Hey, how's it going? What's up, Violet? Um, I'm doing some three-dimensional work today. Hello, Robo. These Vroid collarbones especially piss me the TF off. So we're gonna be working on that a little bit. Hmm. Just want to flatten them a little bit, you know. It's even gonna be even better. See, we got old enter key there. It's alright. It looks like it's three-dimensional depending on how you look at it. New enter key. Did someone order an actual enter key? Yeah. It's gonna be pretty swaggathy. Just make that topology a little bit wider. It's like a bird-chestedness to the whole default Vroid look. I'm just gonna hyperfixate it for just a second here. I do want some collarbone, I just don't want that defined of a collarbone, you know? It's kind of weird. Alright, I'll get more music going. Bird chest. Birds have, so if you look at, hold on, let me tangentially over here. That'll work. So if you look at the skeleton of like a duck, for example, their sternum, the sternum of, oh my, that's loud. All right, so sternum of a duck, it's, I guess not a very good angle. That's pretty good. All right, the sternum of a duck. You can see how they have a rib cage, like we do, right? But that sternum, the connecting piece in the middle, it's very defined and very pointed. Like you can see how like far off of the abdominal wall it goes, and that's the collarbone. So, like, birds very much have this, if you feel a bird and like its collarbone feels more sunken than its chest. I mean, they're very... They're weird little fuckers. But your chest doesn't have a giant fin on it. Yours just stops there. So when I say bird chested, that's what I mean. Birds just have a really big protrusion. One day I'll figure out so yeah, when I say bird chested, I mean like the chest wall is very defined for some stupid reason. I got a butt. Made it bigger. Because yes, I do need a bigger butt. I think the cheeks are too squished in. Need to hang a little bit. How to solve that? Those are connected then, okay. I'm going to say we take... Oh. Okay, maybe you know what the issue is. Let me just kind of move. Problem is, I'm mostly used to... One of the things I need to really try to do is, on my own, is make shit from scratch and not edit shitty topology. Am I making my OC, my main OC, just a little more fetishy than she used to be? Yes. I don't think that's a bad thing. For me, that's not a bad thing. Objectify me just a wee little bit. Just a tad. But I can do that, not you. You don't own my OC. Nope. Why is the size of that big? I'm supposed to gotta reach that way. Hello? Didn't I just get a new album? Oh, you know what I want to listen to? Man, I fucked up this scalp texture. Close enough. Oh. May I assist you, Peanut? Fly away now, Peanut. Peanut, you're getting in the way of my hand tracking, my boy. Why you bite me? You bite me. Why? My cat is a bitch. Here, Peanut. Smell this. You did not like that? You don't like the smell of my J? You sure? You want to try it again? Oh no, he really hates that. Yeah, your mom inhales that. What do you think about that? I actually like how it smells. Mmm, delicious. Probably should just leave this open. Let more of the gas out. I got the oh, blessed be, it wouldn't be a stream if my iPhone didn't crash VTube Studio. Okay, so you know Ishida from Bleach? Little glasses nerd. Quincy. The motherfucker's dad has an ashtray. And I was at just a this portable ashtray that's like bright red. And I found, even before seeing that scene, I was thrifting with Goujitchi in California last time I was there. And that bugged me. I had to fix that. And now I need to fix that. Any more weird boob vertices? Nope. Looks good to me, ish. None of that. How to make the perfect boobs. I'm not doing it, whatever that is. Ever though you make perfect boobs in 3D, I'm not doing it. These boob bobblies don't look that great. Um, them Bahonkas got some weird lumpiness to them. I don't know. I don't know how to quite explain what I'm looking at here in terms of why it's bugging me. I was talking about something. Oh yeah, my ashtray. She just dead. It's like it's a Budweiser ashtray. It says Bud after Bud. And I'm like, fuck yeah, Budweiser. But I think Ishii, it must have been some sort of big thing at some point because, like, alright, so that whole ring is just messed up. Right on, okay. That I do want smoothing on. You know, most people just sculpt their own boobs, but you know, I had to modify Vroid because I'm a bitch. But yeah, I think Budweiser, it must have been a Budweiser thing or something. Because I know it's so interesting. Culturally, it's such a different place, like California from the Midwest. I feel like in the Midwest, we got a lot of Puritan European, especially Eastern European, kind of cultural. We got a lot of tchotchkes of no significance other than Jesus. Peanut's now playing with a micro USB cable, possibly because he thinks it'll annoy me or because he's genuinely interested in it. I want the other panty and stocking soundtrack. I can make those. There's like a way to smoothen. Mesh. Smooth vertices. Ooh. Alright, let's go with that. See what that does. What did this do? I don't think that did what I wanted it to. Well, there was a silly raccoon in the chat. Alright, well, I need to add another tattoo. Um, don't even remember where I store anything on my website. Probably on my server. Alright. What if we do just a little bit of... Can I do a 0.5 area scaling clip? Nope. Doesn't quite keep the same thickness, which makes sense for area scaling. It's an SVG, dude. You know what? Fuck it. No, move. And we're gonna put, I should probably like, by the way, there's marijuana redeems for this stream. I turned those back on. In case anyone wants to fuck with me. Ooh, woo. God, I want the new Leap Motion. VTubing felt more accessible, but at the same time, I think like there was less of us with higher budgets back in the day. Alright, what's my... Yeah, let's keep clear edges. Lamp. 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 Welcome back, Nutter Butter. Working on my other monitor, so now... Hi. Yeah? He's come back to terrorize me. Yes, you have. Alright. Bap, bap. Bam, new tattoo. Maybe that alias thing does look a little more annoying than I want it to. Got an idea. Edit. We going to convert to drawing layer. And now it actually looks good. Alright, go to that. Much better. My two passions in life, barcode, kanojo, and OS tons. Not as crazy about OS tons as some people, but I took a vow to always keep that damn website up. I feel like coffee. Whenever I get too very productive, I start feeling like drinking coffee. My gut tells me I need to define some stuff on the texture here. But before I get too crazy on anything with textures, I should really be fixing. Alright, I need to turn you off till tomorrow. How do I make myself short stack while still maintaining a... I don't know. Now hear me out. 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 I forgot this was in this. What's the name of this track? Juice. Panty, please. Please, we're on Twitch, Panty. I don't know if this is loud. Panty, you bitch! Please! I think I get the spit I'm flapping here. I did make my feet bigger though, which I feel like is... It's like the thinnest part of the ankle. Um, hmm. This. Okay, I guess a lot of the butt was hidden in that process. I'm gonna include that loop in the. I only did it on the one side. But, I don't know, maybe my legs are fine. I've always had body image issues, IRL. And I know this is just a way to make up for it. Did not expect to click into digital brush when I clicked on this stream. Oh. I don't know. I don't know, Joy Boy. What did you expect? Goblin just jerking herself off? Like... You know, I got nothing down there. It's all Barbie doll. Nothing there. Oh, wait, what? There is something there. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Is that the shading? What? Okay, now I'm like, oh, what the hell? Yeah, it was shading. Okay. Happy, you need to stop changing your name, because I keep forgetting it's fucking you. You come in here and I'm like, who the fuck is Joy Boy? Oh, it's Happy. You are a man of many names, it's true. Blah, blah. What's my to-do list here? Make a tank top. Alright. I did figure out the toe problem. Except there's a bunch of weird shading there. Okay. Interesting. Didn't I? Yeah, I did define palm. Oh, that doesn't... look good. I should adjust the opacity of that. A lot. There's a lot that's odd on this model. Did my thing crash again? Boy. What's wrong with my iPhone? My God. I think this thing's dying. iPhone, are you dying on me? Low battery. Well, stop it. You're plugged in. My iPhone hates charging. I don't know what it is. It hates when I give it power. It won't accept it until I give it permission to, which is annoying. Like Apple, let me plug in my fucking thing and let it get power. What a concept. Alright, we need to do some things here. Let me just rename this. I'm gonna go to edit mode and we're gonna make a new bone. What's that? The hip bone's connected to the butt bones. Shift A. No. No. And then I do Control P. Yeah, I want that. Keep offset. Ay caramba. As if I remember what the hell I'm doing half the time in Blender. You know, it might help if I... Alright. R, but lower. L, but lower. L, but upper. R, but upper. Alright, symmetrize. No. Armature. Mirror. You know, having the mirror tool on might actually help me. Okay, I forgot a, you know what, fuck it. Die bone. Alright, so what I'm trying to do here, the spit I'm trying to flap, is I want to do them Zenless Zone Zero style cheeks. Get the spit that I'm flapping. This is my the song. This blah, blah, blah. The episode of Panty is Stalking that this is from is my least favorite episode. A wild doe trio is in the chat. If you like them freaky little birds, go get ones. Let's turn off our. What is it about this that makes me pissed? This booty pissing me off. All right. Damn, caked up. Song for the best girls. Confound this low poly booty. It's pissing me off. Alright. Then we gotta make the booty jiggle. My booty don't jiggle jiggle. It wiggles. Huh? What? What? Huh? What am I looking at there? Oh. Blah, 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 blah. Did I separate out the face's eyeliner? No. No. So, alright, the blend shapes may be fucked, but progress will be made. What'd I click on? I found that middle mouse scrolling works in Goujer. Incredible. What do you guys think? Think this is good butt, or do you think I should burn it to the ground? I want it to feel grabbable. You know what the best butts have? They're viewable from the front. How do we achieve this? References, probably. Well, before we rig a butt, we should probably make sure that the butt is what we want. So how do we take this butt and make it visible from the front? It's got to sag down there, right? Alright, this will either go great or terrible. Let's find out. Eek. Alright, we're gonna ignore that side. Well, we're certainly approaching this direction. Nah, that's really bad. The curve just doesn't come over. And then it's fucking up my topology here. Alright, well, is it at least, like, look good? Think so. It's hard to say, because the fucking topology. Hello, Blender, where'd you go? I think that's a good change. I think we're gonna have to go. Man. What a horny soundtrack. Ah, my polygons! They're all messed up. You. Go there. You. Go there. That's... How many vertices are here? Oh, okay. Oh. You know, I think it's a good butt. And Yeah, I think that's good. You can see what the inside of a booty cheek looks like. It's kind of weird. Oh. Oh, is that purple because I gave it that? Yeah, that makes sense. To find something for it for colors. Suppose it makes sense that it would be very simple for that to render with that basic color at least. Alright, we're gonna need shorts at some point. At the old shorts, obviously they don't fit no more. No, it might be looking more smooth there because I'm merging the meshes. Does that mean Vera doesn't smooth? Vroid's all about making it look 2D while being not 2D as possible. So it's difficult to say what's going on there. I don't have large breasts, which makes this difficult. I'm feeling pretty satisfied, so maybe we can move on to... Alright, we're gonna go to... Where are we? Body... Weight paint... Yup. Glasses. Why do my glasses have any bones? Seems kinda odd. Alright, well, we can just define those two new bones from the hip. I can't rearrange those. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so if we go to... Hey, caramba. Hips. Ba-dow. There's something I kind of forgot about here. And it's the legs being legs. Also, I forgot how much wireframe mode helps with this process. Like you can see that there's like part, and I noticed this with Dox's model too. Like, blend shapes, spring bone groups. All right, so we're gonna add comment, but or wait, it's -1z. Makes sense to me. Center bone, nope. Well, let's go with that actually. Oh. L, butt, upper, L, butt. Or we want the right butt, don't we? All right, left butt, lower, right butt, lower, left butt, upper, right butt, upper. And 0.75, 0.05. I think we want a little less stiffness. Let's do 0.5, see how that goes. And then we need to define groups for L, but lower, R, but lower, L, but upper, L, but R, but. We should really make like a spine. That is so light. Chest, boob, 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 boob. Neck, head, eye, hair. None of the hair is on the body, and I know this. Delete all these so I can have some peace of mind. Head, yep. Eye, Suppose there isn't any influence on the ears either. My fingies. Where's the butt? The butt. Oh, I suppose it's like at the bottom of the list there, so that does make sense, yeah. I don't know. Do a little. That's. What right and left did I use? Oh no, did I do medical or... Okay. No, I fucked it up. That's the right butt upper. So that, all right, now it's correct. Okay, thank God. Thank God. I fixed it before anything got out of hand. All right, right butt upper. Oh, wait. I'm gonna add some extra. Assign automatic from bones? Using the distant. I don't know. I'm gonna do a little bit of that, do a little there. And Weights, normalize all. And then we'll see how she goes later. Man, I got some texture issues. Man, I want them to release the new Panty and Stocking soundtrack. When we gonna get that shit? D-S-T-U-P-I-D, you're so stupid. Yeah, shading sucks. Not good, very icky, stinky, bad, not like. I can do better. This is not my best work. I wish it would tell me what the fuck I'm looking at half the time. Underscore 11. Yeah, it looks right. Although it's the Vroid normal map, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's good. I have, fun fact, I have this tattoo IRL. I want to get this one IRL, but I am not sure how feasible that is. And I haven't talked to my tattoo guy, and I'm unemployed, so I'm not exactly jonesing to spend that money. It would be nice, though. Probably cost me like, God, how much would it cost? I think that my well, exclamation point cost me like 100. Tattoo parlor had a sign up that said "Beware of attack, lesbian," and I was like, "That's the most beautiful sign I've ever seen. Thank you." What am I doing? Just looking at myself and looking for problems. I shouldn't do that. Keep thinking I see an eye aura, but then I don't see it. So I don't know. Anyone doesn't know, I get eye auras before I get migraines. it really sucks. But it's nice that I at least have an early warning system. Okay, there's like so much that I have to fix here. All right, so all right, where are these? What the fuck is that? Okay, that's the belly button layer. All right, I duplicated a layer and then put it on multiply. If I do multiply makes sense, but I wouldn't make it that opaque. Go with 50%. And now I'm more satisfied with that. Alright. Maybe I should give my bitch some pants. What an idea. Object, add, mesh, sort of the cube. Where's my cube? These are my shorts now. We're building these shorts from scratch. Yeah, so in case anyone doesn't know, at least the CD version of the Panty and Stocking soundtrack has, after the end of the album, it literally pads the rest of the CD with nothing until the very, very, very end. I just got backsplash in my fucking eye. Yes, season 2. So if I remember right, it's basically Panty being like, season 2, and Stalking being like, we're not fucking greenlit. Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. This, mm. Mm. Loop cut. Nope. All right, maybe we like not do that in the front yet. Can I like see the? Actually, that's helpful. Just looking at like two sets of cheeks there is like funny as shit. Um, all right, I'm gonna loop cut this a bit more. And then we can also go. Actually, it's not necessarily something that we need to do. This is a pretty song. Honestly, it's a really pretty song. He-Man is all you think about, though, isn't it? Dude, AI took my job from me. I'm like 100% certain of it. If it wasn't, it was a future thought process because I was seeing him talk. That's the part that pisses me off. My job was talking about somehow trying to add general AI. And this is the thing they were always trying to do. Whatever buzzword came out, the execs would start breathing down everybody's throat on getting something working. And we had You remember when Alexa was big? Oh my god. We had to have Alexa integration at my work. Which, by the way, they canned 2 years ago because nobody fucking used it. Because who the... You can't ask a chatbot for extremely niche work order and payroll and inventory crap. It doesn't work that way. Where it's like I'm almost conjuring a form of pantware. What's going on? Is this how I should be making pants? No. It looks like I'm... What'd I do? Get rid of it. I don't like it. Uh... Oh no, not this thing. I need to buy more actual albums. We're gonna switch off foobar. Oh yeah, I fucked that up. How do I kill? Thank you. Okay. Alright, somehow. Alright, you know what? Loop cut should probably go in there at this point. Before I get too grabby with rearranging some of this. Extra's gotta be on in order for me to see that other thing. Okay. Um, what the hell? All right. I feel like this isn't nearly high poly enough to be shorts, but like I'm just trying to. All right. I'm just trying to keep like a boundary around it, you know? In some ways, I am making shorts indeed. I'm certainly moving somewhere with this. Um, what Mon would do. It's been my like motto in 3D model is like, what would Mon do? This Mon is the most powerful fucker I know that is also in exactly the same like interests as me. I think the only thing Mon does some art. I don't think On does quite the same kind of portrait art that I kind of do, but mine's art extends far beyond just portraits. He's got all sorts of crazy shit. He's skilled as shit. Shout out to Mon Admiral. Shout out to Mon. Badass bitch. And man is powerful. Powerful ass gummy bear. Inspiration to my life. Maybe we turn off X-ray mode for a little bit here so we can not have a headache. Okay, this is starting to look like a weird diaper, but like a diaper is a form of pants in a way, so I think that's we're taking steps in the right direction. Alright, maybe I should start using proportional editing. Not exactly yet, but like soon. Like, wow, a waistband's looking pretty good. Looks down. Oh shit. Do I know what exactly I'm doing? I guess I don't. I'm asking myself that question. I know that I want shorts, and I'm kind of just rolling with that, and I think that might be a penciling bitch mindset of mine. Loop cut, I love you. Now, how do I separate the pants? How many polygons is your booty? Mine's got at least 16. Okay, all right, those are sticking out pretty bad. All right, how do I put a little hole in these? Um, that was really hard to read. Um, what? Selected face required. What? Selected face required. I selected a face. All right, wait, hold on. I'm just got an idea. Actually, why don't I boop 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 triangulate faces. Um, maybe not on the bottom. Hey, it's Gage. What's up? I was watching you earlier, drawing a little Frankenstein looking bitch. What's up, Gage? I'm gonna embarrass you right now. I swear my ability to spell has been going down the drain lately. I don't know why. You finished up and shift off. 2 art fight. How am I? I am. Let me show what I've got. Just for you, Gage. You get to see what I'm cooking.
Nothing? 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 Shalala? Fuck off. There we go.
This is what I got so far out of new things. I mean, ooh. I like red, and I feel like I don't incorporate red in my design enough. Probably turn off the armature. Them titties popping right through my clothes. It's right. Trying to model shorts. It's coming along. Yeah. I'm a lot curvier. I will be a lot curvier than I am right now. Ooh. Am I hungry or is that marijuana still hitting me? My God. I said, I want to learn clothing physics in Blender. Then you remembered I don't know how to do anything in Blender. Learning Blender's not too bad, but how do I say this? Learning Blender is like learning to draw again from when you were like a kid with crayons. That's my best analogy for Blender, is that it is like learning to draw again, but you are now back in like being a fucking 3-year-old and you have a crayon in your fist and you don't even know how to hold it right. And you're just sort of just smashing it on the page and just gotta squiggle it around. That's time I tried, I ended up in tears. I can't say Blender hasn't brought me to tears. It definitely has. It's one of the problems with Blender, and because they've changed the worst thing ever. They've changed keyboard shortcuts for some things, and if I remember right, and so certain tutorials will tell you keyboard shortcuts, and then you're just fucked because they don't do the thing, right? And that's just, who the fuck wants that? Emulate a 3-button mouse. I could have sworn there was a thing that let you say what version of Blender's keyboard shortcuts you wanted. And I always say that because I think when I was looking at tutorials, that came up. Ah, see, Blender 27X, industry compatible. So like industry compatible, it mimics like more standardized industry programs, I think. Blender 27X, I think, is older ones, and Blender is just the modern shit. I don't... I think like the biggest benefit is that you can... I know I set it to space. I don't know what the default key is now, or if it's space. Is F3 search now? Yeah. I have it set to space, and then, yeah, you literally just search whatever the fuck you're doing. Legit thinking about getting Blender for Artists instead, in case it fucking works in your brain better. What is Blender for Artists? Is it a fork? I'm looking that up. Blender for Artists is a fork of Blender with a... It's exactly what it is. It's to deliver a refined graphical UI and better usability to Blender. This means completely switching the usage philosophy away from the hotkey-centered user experience towards a user-friendly, discoverable, and intuitive graphical UI. Blender for Artists is fully compatible with Blender files and add-ons. Every feature that works in Blender should work in Blender for Artists. Also, every release is always up to date with the newest Blender version. Tool set is the same. Where we differ for the most is GUI and the handling of user experience. Yeah, go for it. God, I'm redeeming something on myself. Ugh. Be right back. But yes, like, I actually might try that. I might try that fork. That sounds like good as shit. What the fuck was that? Oh my god. Someone glitchy and pelted me. Right on. I want to try Blender for Artists. Domestic violence, exactly. Which being used to beat me. I'm being beaten by Witchy. So many Witchy. Now, believe it or not, I'm not settled on this hair. I think like hair front I'm settled on, but like one thing I've been debating on is having like a big ass ponytail like Biken from Guilty Gear. I have types, man. Could be more layered and full, especially in the back, yeah. I did like 80% of the hair, and then Litchy came in and touched it up a bunch for me. And it looked definitely a lot fluffier and spikier than before. But yeah, I think it could. I'd like to move these strands like more in the back. But I do not know how you go about sculpting hair in Blender. And Vroid hair is expensive and kinda Like, holy shit, if I like show you the topology for this, you'll puke. Yeah, this is how you shouldn't do this. Vroid is okay. Actually, no. Let me rephrase that. Vroid's great for accessibility for people. Because it lets you... I want to say, like, it's hot garbage. Because Vroid is, like, such a, like, good entry floor. It's such a good first floor. Because I would not be touching Blender if it was not for Vroid. Like, at all. I may have made the donut tutorial, and that was be it. Like, all my models have been... I don't have a single model that didn't go through Vroid at some stage. But the more I've been... The face mesh is awful. I'm pretty sure I disabled the normal map for it. It's also not a very good face mesh. Because I turn off glasses and hair. Object mode. Yeah, the face mesh is its own hot garbage. I still need to touch it up on this. That's the thing, like, you like look at someone's model and like you can tell if they full face squish when the model blinks. Let's see what's happening there actually. Hold on, let me show you something. Where are we? Move this on me. I close. Hello. What? Excuse me, what? Yeah, Vroid doesn't like you can see the bottom lids. God, let me hold on a second. Gotta go back to basis. Basis, face, edit mode, render that shit. Turn off X-ray so I can eradicate these eyebrows so I can see the fucking forehead. Your eyelashes hit the forehead. They appear to be doing so. Yes, yes they are. Things are. Listen, man. Things are a little messed up on my model right now. Let me at least just delete these vertices. I don't even know if that's like shit I care about, because like you see there's so much just wasted material here. And the problem is that if you click that Vroid option that's like, oh, don't export the blank vertices, you can't use Hana tool in Unity. And Hana tool is honestly a godsend for as like a starting point for ARKit blend shapes. I would not do what I do without Hana tool. So yeah, I might have already solved this problem. Hold on, let me check. Delete that too, since I noticed it's missing on that one. Yeah, so we got... What the hell? Such luscious lashes that smack the fucking ground when you blink. Oh no, I think it is ones I have to worry about. Damn it. What the fuck are... Hold on, here's what I can do. Go to basis. Okay. You know what? I redid the mesh a bit. I redid the mesh. So... Oh, why are they off to the side? Clearly I tried something at some point and it didn't work out well. But here's the thing. With my handy dandy search thing. What's the fucking... Blend from shape. Yeah, I can reset them at least back to where they were in the basis blend shape, and then when we go to angry, they're just at the basis point. Yeah, so if we're gonna be, oh, maybe not those ones. For one of the problems with Vroid is that they have a separate, you can see it a little bit here. There's a separate layer here. That's the eyelashes. And then eyeliner has its own mesh. So yeah, the ear topology is a travesty if you have anything like elf ears. Any sort of pointy ears look like garbage. Like this is not how you do this at all. It's really bad. I wish I could. I think Thox's ears alone was like 2 days of work with her model. And Vroid loves to bake everything into the one mesh or another. I think I can actually clear that whole bottom row on the eyebrows. Oh, Vroid for things it can do, but like the things it does wrong are numerous. That's where I think it. That's why I say it's a good entry point. It's not a good place to stay. I mean, you can stay there. There's nothing wrong with staying in Vroid. There's been a lot of successful people who have stayed in Vroid. But in my opinion, at least in my experience, Vroid's good place to go. Hey, I want to at least get 80% of the way there. And Vroid's good for that. I am holding control. Oh, there we go. Yeah, because really, I think the only thing here is those. My dumbass ain't learning anytime soon, so it's Vroid or PNG tubers. I think your Vroid doesn't scream Vroid. And that's the nice thing about Vroid is that if you're willing to put in artistic work into your model on there, you can definitely make it not look like a Vroid. I think like besides, I can show. Let me check what my last model was that was Vroid pure. I think, yeah, I think besides like additional blend shapes from Unity, this model was like pure Vroid. Besides some Unity work, this was all pretty much Vroid, I think. There wasn't any Blender, or if there was Blender, it was very minor. And I still think that this model has the best lip tracking of, or like lip sync of any model I've ever made. And I don't know how I did it or which craft allowed it to occur. But the mouth has always looked hella accurate and crisp to whatever the fuck I'm saying. Hella lip synced. The only model you have non-Vroid stuff is the one you put the hat on. Yeah. And it runs better than your Vroid ones. I know that for a fact. Because you don't have breast physics that are operating on absolutely nothing. You don't have... I think I did some other cleanups. That's just quick things. It's a problem with Vroid. It's like, it has stuff in it that technically fixes performance, but it doesn't. It has so many issues on top of that. You took off the skirt that doesn't need to exist, that's right. Wait. Like, do I even have anything? Yeah, this probably is unedited. Yeah, if you look at the shirt, you can see how there's a clear, like, 2 lines or 2 rows of stuff that's just not being used. So I can very nicely just go beep beep, oh, all done. And I've just saved performance technically. The auto hair bones. The auto hair bones suck. And even if you configure them in Vroid, actually when you go through the time to like actually configure them in Vroid, they don't suck as bad. But the hair in general in Vroid is expensive as shit. And then the default export parameters, I'm pretty sure, just absolutely fuck the shit out of it. And undo, like, most of your modeling work. Which is, you know, not fun. Oh wow, look at that, like a useless collar. Kinda. Render that better. Hmm. I like having physicsy hair. It just feels nice. Hair wiggles around IRL, so I like reflecting that. Man, I did a lot better with the eye bags. 2 big influences on me when it came to things I started drawing on my model was Topo. They had some character with eye bags, and I like studied the hell out of them. That's how I got that. And the other one was AI Candy, the VTuber, was doing art commissions on stream once, and then I sent like a 3D ref of my model, and they're like, you could do a better job defining these lips. And I'm like, yeah, please tell me how I do that. And then like she showed me a little thing on how to do lips, and I was like, oh, I feel experience. I don't like movement trackers, so it's just like wind and head turning. I like being tracked. Make my boobs jiggle. I can't grab them. Actually, that's funny because when I was testing Dox's model, I could grab the boobs. Huh. Wait a minute here. just remembered something I was working on. Where's my eyeliner? That's not eyeliner. Her model has pretty exaggerated proportions, so it makes sense that you could reach them. Or her model. Yeah. She a little chunkington on the chunkier side. Wait, I gotta UV edit first, and then... What the fuck? Which one was the 09? Why it look like that? These UVs are messed the hell up. Wish me luck that I don't mess this up. This is not mirrored. Can I mirror this? That's not what I meant. Mirror. How do I move them in on each other? All right, so that one's... Where's my color selector? Pick God and pray. Boom, boom. Yump, eat. Sure. Wow, look at that. Wow. I completed the thing I was working on like a year ago. Ain't that just incredible? Ain't that just something? Woo indeed. Damn, it smells like weed in here. I wonder why. Or if that had anything to do with what I was doing earlier. Alright, so if I hide these... Oh, no. Or, nor Batman. What if we just have that? Simple, to the point. Let me just look at it. Hide this top. Going. Let me stare at you, my child. What do you guys think? Think it looks better with or without the eyelashes? I think the eyelashes added a nice depth, but I feel like I could just maybe add that coloring to the actual eyeliner. You don't know, which means you probably don't need the extra. Yeah. It's just so much more mesh to deal with. I'm with her. I'm an anime character. I don't need that much depth. I'm thinking of something here. Don't know though. I think I should just go get my flat anime girl nose. back out a little bit. Supposedly, the theory of anime women. Side profile is you want it to look like a cat, right? Ain't that the... Ain't that the anime, dealio? You want to be cute, you gotta look like a... You gotta have a face like a cat. Except with human lips. I guess I could have fuller lips. Problem is, they don't like... What do they call it? Cupid's peaks or whatever? Because, like, if I would want to topologically... Turned off mirror mode. Yeah, topologically, that should go upward more. Hey, doing, y'all? I mean, the face honestly ain't too bad. It's a decent ass. Like, eye winks could be better. But, topologically, this could be a lot worse. Ah. Except for the ears. The ears are a travesty. We need to burn the ears. We need to kill the ears, burn them to the ground. We don't want them. They're icky, icky, no good. Very sticky. Damn, I look cool. Look at that little fricker. Up to mischief. This is a no good creature. Up to mischief and no good deeds. The sorrow is immense. Anything that touches them eyes, even... Why would this have anything to do with... This mouth movement? It'd be bat. Went from shape. Basis. Oh no. Oh dear. Rutro Raggy, it's all gone to shit. What happened? What did I do? Okay, well, I can fix at least that spot. Some of this is shit I need to do anyway, so. E, U, bleh, U, O, I, U, E, I, A. Don't need those. Why is Joy sad? Help me. That's R. Did I bake these? That is horrifying. That. Uh, uh, why is it like that? Oh, you know what? I probably moved some of this shit. Alright, let's, yeah, I feel like the tongue's a little high here. Yeah, that's smiling. Is it? You sure about that? Certainly something. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, some of these I'm debating doing over. Alright, let's iPhone? What happened? iPhone? Uh-oh, I think my iPhone died. That's not good. I did that on the wrong blend shape. I hate how shitty some of these are. Mouth funnel, more like gonna suck that dick. I don't know, do you think that's too much mouth funnel or do you think that's a good amount? Going old school. Gonna use Vroid for all my capturing. Not ideal, but it'll do. Did I say Vroid or VC face? Alright, well. Where your mouse is in Blender also impacts what the buttons do, which was not explained to me initially. Alright, I'm just going through all these because anything down on the ground is immediately better if I shove it at an incorrect position up on top. This is just busy work now. The sorrow. My eyelashes are so luscious they touch the ground. I love that. I'm gonna think of that for ever, Gage. I saw some eyelashes on the ground there. Might as well try to get through them all. Alright, let's take a look-see here. I know some of these aren't even used, so... Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of a control A here. I'm not gonna return to bases completely, but I'm gonna kind of go off of the squint here. I'm sure that blink is going well past where it needs to. Not to mention that this side shouldn't even be affected. I know part of me is erasing like data that I could use to reconstruct how it was supposed to be blinking, but another part of me is telling myself, hey, you should just do it from scratch because this shit looked dog awful. Because really, this eyelid up here curves way too much during this blink. Like, a character, like if you look at the way I wink here, like, yeah, there's a curve, but I think, I don't know, that would be a good thing to workshop, actually. Hold on a second here. I'm doing a little thinksy winksy. Let me move this keyboard. Man, I could go for some potato chips. Marijuana's talking. Stop. All my V-roids blink stupid. You have to set them to not blink all the way or their eyelids shoot through their cheeks. Yeah. That's the Vroid problem. Vroid and Hanatul don't have a great sense of scale, so especially if you make shorter characters or just all around smaller characters, they start getting a little fucksy. When your stomach starts rumbling, I got a plate of spaghetti in the fridge. I'm gonna eat that after stream. The blinks only seem to work correctly on certain eye shapes. Yeah, that's par for the course with Vroid. Oh, that's hiding the teeth. Oh yeah, I was gonna sketch something. Goblin, I'm still awake? Oh shit, I guess it is pretty late, isn't it? Yeah, I was about to try to mess around with something. I'm awake, yeah. Huh. And I want to eat a plate of spaghetti still. Hmm. Hold on, give me a moment. I gotta piss. I'm just realizing I gotta pee really bad. So, be right back. But hi, Echo. How do I... There we go. Fuck, dude, my office smells like weed. Ooh. All right, so normally, right, we got good old Goujitchi. Let's get a really sketchy brush. Normally, good old Goujitchi, aka me. Boop boop. Boop boop. Boop. Bloop. Boop. My tired ass. That's normally what we're dealing with, right? Shit. Okay, so there's our good old goblin. There I am. So if we take a good old that, right? When I blink, right? Would it be like so is that me blinking? Maybe at like a different height there. Maybe like something like that. Because I don't know. I do like how I drew that little swoop. Looks very organic. I mean, the other option is like I have like, because what Vroid's gonna do now is like some sort of like muck like this. I don't think that looks right. We gotta add some more characterization here, right? We got this is a tired goblin. I think it makes more sense to have like stylistically to for a sleepy character to have more flat eyes or even slightly slanted the opposite direction eyes, right? Is when you have I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it looks very not the vibe I'm going for. It looks like a standard blink. I feel like I'm a stylized anime character. I want ideally I want this. And if I can't have that, then I have that, right? I think that makes sense. Does anyone else think? Anyone still paying attention? It's okay if you're not, you're allowed to vibe. Hmm. This seems right to me. I'm gonna save this little doodle, quick. Hmm. I think I did a pretty good job just sketching out them eyelashes. There's my skin. Yeah, disable the shading. Ooh-wee-oo. Ooh-wee-oo. Hmm. Hey, we're almost having a normal looking situation here. I'm with her. Smarmoo's always with me. My spirit animal. Is there symmetrical topology there, or is that just being a bitch? That doesn't seem symmetrical at all. Alright, if I brrp that and go eomp, okay, what explains a lot. I'm gonna go back to basis here. We're gonna look at the good old topology I've made. There was a bear tick in the chat, but it got away. Sorry, everybody. Should have announced it. Should I dissolve those? I don't know. Rigged. I saw that. There's plenty to do on this model still, and it's very much a vibe until like I just feel done with it, which probably isn't the best way to go about it, but I'm just vibing with that. It's my model. I'm allowed to take my sweet ass time. All right, let's take a look. See here. Webcam. Jesus. All right, everybody. It is time to skedaddle, cause my model hates me and everything is what the fuck. So we're gonna raid a Bargist. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you having you here. Bye bye.